one and only. This is a Local 10 News Update, sponsored by FHIA, Florida Home Improvement Associates.
Good morning, South Florida. I'm Clay Ferrero, and here's a look at the stories making news on this Saturday, October 19th.
I just want to know why. Like, why would you do that to a little girl?
The biological mother of 3 little girls allegedly abused by their adoptive mother is speaking to Local 10 News. The woman, who didn't want to be named, told us that she didn't find out that one of her daughters had died until she saw it on the news and that their adoptive mother had been arrested. She said no one called to tell her that the girl died last November and that her other children had allegedly also been abused. Their adoptive mother, Gina Emanuel, remains behind bars. Emergency crews rushing to save 2 people on board a cargo plane that went down off the coast of the Bahamas. That aircraft took off from Opa-locka on Friday and was on its way to an airport in Nassau when the plane lost an engine and crashed into the water. Both victims were safely rescued. An investigation into what caused that crash is now underway. A family's Halloween cheer ruined after 2 vandals wrecked decorations at their home in Cutler Bay. Surveillance cameras catching 2 people knocking over and tearing up expensive decorations on Thursday night. The family says that was the second time that crooks had targeted their decorations that night.
Listen to Local 10's podcast, The Florida Files, wherever you are, whenever you want. Just say, Alexa, play the Florida Files podcast.
Getting the latest episode of Florida Files. Here it is from TuneIn.
Previously on the Florida Files.
Or just ask Siri, I want to hear the latest Florida Files podcast.
Here's the newest episode of the Florida Files.
Get the Florida Files on Alexa, Google Home, or Apple devices just by saying play the Florida Files podcast. The Florida Files from the one and only Local 10.
Police are searching for a pair of thieves who stole a safe full of jewelry from a penthouse in Miami. Footage from last Saturday showing a man dragging a safe filled with about $100,000 worth of jewelry out of the Grove Station Tower apartments. That man then gets help from a second suspect to load the safe into a white Nissan before taking off. If you recognize them, please call police. As breaking news happens, we got you covered on air and online. Just head to local10.com for more local news coverage and updates.